If we encounter setbacks, unexpected setbacks, and disasters in life, such as academic, career, and romantic setbacks, the loss of loved ones, or divorce from a longtime partner, it can be difficult to know how to move forward. In these challenging times, it's important to make peace with ourselves. Tragic external and internal injuries. The reason for the pain we feel is often due to inner turmoil, as we struggle to let go of thoughts like, "If only I had done something differently, the tragedy wouldn't have occurred." Regret and other negative emotions can be difficult to avoid, and can lead to anxiety, depression, and a lack of confidence. This fear can cause some people to lose motivation and avoid similar situations in the future. It's important to reflect on past mistakes and correct them when necessary, but excessive self-blame can be damaging. The physiological reactions triggered by past setbacks can make us tense up and change our hormone levels, causing trembling and an increased heart rate. To cope with these reactions, it's important to practice self-forgiveness and focus on moving forward. We should remind ourselves that the past cannot be changed, but that we can learn from it and use those lessons to improve ourselves and our future outcomes. Also show yourself care and compassion. When facing tragedy, it's important to treat ourselves with the same care and compassion we would offer to family and close friends. Self-compassion involves learning from mistakes, making peace with oneself, and providing love and care to oneself. This approach is similar to the tenderness and protection that mothers offer their children, which releases a hormone called oxytocin that can help to reduce anxiety and increase feelings of security. Even if past disasters have left us with exaggerated emotional or physiological reactions, we can regulate our emotions by practicing self-care and compassion. This may involve listening to oneself, comforting oneself, and seeking support when needed. Through self-compassion, we can accept our mistakes, learn from them, and develop a better understanding of our emotions, leading to a greater sense of personal security and trust. Coexisting with your own emotions. One way to achieve reconciliation with oneself is to seek the help of a psychologist, who can provide guidance on how to manage negative emotions. Psychologists often advise people to accept their emotions and allow themselves to express them in a healthy way. Suppressed grief can resurface and cause ongoing stress, so it's important to express and clarify emotions in order to gain clarity and move forward. Another important step is to focus on self-care, which can include getting enough rest, exercise, and nutrition, as well as spending time doing things that you enjoy and find fulfilling. This can help to improve overall well-being and promote a positive mindset. Ultimately, achieving reconciliation with oneself is a journey that requires persistence and patience. It may involve seeking help from mental health professionals, practicing self-care, and actively working to clarify and manage emotions. With time and effort, it's possible to develop a greater sense of self-acceptance and inner peace. Coexisting with your own dark side. The third piece of advice for achieving reconciliation with oneself is to recognize and acknowledge one's own dark side. Everyone has flaws and weaknesses, and pretending otherwise can create significant psychological pressure. By acknowledging and accepting one's shortcomings, one can become more tolerant of oneself and more rational when evaluating failures and tragedies. This self-awareness can help prevent making the same mistakes and can ultimately allow individuals to move on from past tragedies. Just like reconciling with others, achieving self-reconciliation involves uncovering the reason for the division or conflict. The process of sorting out negative emotions and acknowledging one's dark side can help in identifying and understanding the causes of internal turmoil. Through this self-reflection and acceptance, individuals can begin to let go of past hurts and look toward a healthier and more fulfilling future. There is no difficulty except death. Believing that there is nothing in life that cannot be overcome except death can help individuals maintain a positive attitude and persevere through challenges. The story of George Washington highlights the importance of accepting failures and setbacks, while remaining focused on long-term goals. Throughout Washington's life, he faced numerous setbacks and failures, but persevered and emerged victorious. As a leader, he carried the fate of a nation on his shoulders, yet was still able to accept his own shortcomings. This is a reminder that, like Washington, we can surmount the obstacles we face in life. By believing in our ability to overcome challenges, we can avoid allowing setbacks to become lifelong burdens. Instead, we can learn from our experiences, grow from our mistakes, and move forward with a positive outlook on life. Summary. Every one of us has experienced happiness, sadness, love, and hate. According to Leibniz's philosophy, every event that happens today has a reasonable cause in the past. Similarly, as we look forward, all existing events will produce a reasonable result in the future. This process shapes each one of us. We need to find the cause of tragedy, make a resolution, and not let it affect the future. We are not gods, and we must learn to accept our imperfections. Life is always easy to understand in theory, but it is often difficult to put into practice. Sometimes what we need is not just a theory, but a mentality. Learn to maintain a reconciled attitude towards ourselves and face the annoying things that often happen in life. Reconciliation with ourselves is not about indulging ourselves. On the contrary, only by reconciling with ourselves can we stand up again after tragedy and continue to move forward with effort.